Okay, I am on my way to do physical therapy, back at this again. I went one time last week, but that was just to get started and, I started up again. I did some while I was in the little office with her, so she could do what they call, I think it's called range of motion, and that's the main thing. I don't know. But today I was a little, okay, I'm low on fluid for the windshield wiper fluid. Anyway, today I'm a little bit worried. I was sleepy. Last night I couldn't sleep right, and I don't sleep right as it is. But usually before anything I have to do that day, whether it's an appointment or like this, physical therapy, whatever it is I have to do that day, it's going to be like my body, my mind and all, it's going to rebel the night before. No, we're not going to sleep. We're not sleeping normal. Nope. Yeah. But anyway, I want to see how this goes. And there is really no reason to be tailgating me on that road. Seriously, people. Get a grip. Really. God. Man, sometimes this road, I'm telling you, I don't know what it is, but the way some people drive on this road, this right there at that, right there too, at the light and all that. Oh my goodness, the people who are turning, they seem to think that their light, when it's yellow, that means green. I'm not sure why, and that anybody's coming from the other direction is, they're in the wrong. Too many people do that. Not everybody, of course. Anyway, got to haul that out. But I was asleep before. Luckily I set my alarm twice. I always put my alarm on for these kinds of things on my cell phone, so they'll wake me up if or remind me I have to go to that appointment. So, and what time to leave for that appointment. So anyway, so I'm a little just like, okay, let's get this done. And then a couple days from now, I got another appointment. That one's in the morning, which I don't usually do mornings. So, okay, I had to get through the school zone. What's weird is this one is just like another one. I just don't understand why they do this. But in front of the school, it's a high school, in front of it, the whole long way in front of it, there is no school zone. The school zone doesn't exist there. It's after it. It's like, why would that make any sense whatsoever? Really? How would that make sense? I would think they would put it in front of the school, the whole length of the school. But there's another one like that too. So, I don't know. Plus, I saw school buses filled with somebody, and, well, wait a minute, the school over here doesn't let out for a while, and I don't know if there's other ones around here. Yeah, it's one of those days, I'm telling you. Now, I know I had something I was going to talk about, but maybe this is just as well. Just not have a topic, just talk about whatever. Like, a week and a couple days ago. Okay, let's put it that way. 9 days ago, I took a pill for a test that I had, a blood test I had to take. And you have to take a pill for it the night before. And at 11 o'clock, did so. And then I had to take the test early the next morning, did so. But when I woke up to go to take that test early the next morning, I'm like, what the crap? And that was in a good way, good things. Because a lot of the things that had been going on with me were no longer going on all of a sudden, like shortness of breath. Where did it go? Allergies. Whoa, it was like, I'm not itching, I'm not sneezing, I'm not coughing, I'm not all the 7 dwarfs. This kind of thing. Or some of the 7 dwarfs. No, it was just like, what wow, and a lot of different things. I had to write them down, really, because it was several. But some of them, yeah, started coming back, you know, after that pill wore off. Well, two of them really, one of them has sort of come back, and that's like a little chest congestion, and I had that all the time, yeah, before, all the time, and the shortness of breath. Shortness of breath didn't until like today, and it's not totally back, it's just I feel it, but yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, just a little bit, and I hope it doesn't, but I'm going to ask that doctor, can I take that on a regular basis? I'm not going to say what it is. I mean, if you know, you know, you know, but I was real scared of taking it and all that, and but now it'd be like, ooh, okay, like once a week would be fine. Because man, I was like, is this what people usually feel like? Even though it's not really, maybe that's exaggerating, but then I tend to under exaggerate. I tend to downplay stuff, so because I was feeling good. Wow. That was a great feeling, how I was feeling during that. But anyway, well, look at this traffic. I don't know if you can see it because my mount doesn't let me turn it. But what the crap is this? Seriously. I mean, there must be a school around here somewhere. But no, they would let out before. Yeah, just all of a sudden a bunch of traffic right there. I've never seen it on this road ever, ever, ever. Yeah. That's 20-something years, like 25 years. So, I don't know. Now this road right here, Plenty, is Plenty. This is the main, it's a FM 544. It's the main one through here, and man, busy, busy, busy. Okay. Oh, to get there and get this done, and then I gotta get back home. I gotta stop at a Walmart neighborhood market and go to the pharmacy and get some test strips for my glucometer. I call them glucometer, and I had only one time have I ever heard anybody call it a glucometer. You know, after I started saying that, and I had one healthcare provider, I don't remember which one it was, said, what did you call it? I said, glucometer, glucose monitor, glucometer. You know, that's how I see it. And it could have been that one that I heard it from after that. Sort of new trend. I think they're called that. I don't know. I just came up with it in my head, but it could be called that. You know, some of this stuff I've noticed in medical, they will say the same thing that I have heard people say for, you know, for decades. And some of them, there are groups or affiliates or whatever. They send out ads saying, we don't do old wives' tale. And that one that did that, yes, they do. It's pretty much like old wives' tale. And you know, people have been saying in the medical for a long time, and it's just not true. It's not what the NIH says. NIH says something totally different. It's just that they've been saying it for time after time after time after time again. And even some of it about medications. They say this one does this, that, and the other. Well, no, it didn't on me. In fact, no way. Okay, I got here 32 minutes early. It was weird. I missed the turn, which I was surprised it was that close. But so I got only 2 parking places were left. When I came in, there was only one. I turned around, came back. This one was leaving. But look at this. I don't know if you can see how it goes down. Yeah, I can see why nobody wants to park here. You probably can't see it as it actually looks here. I mean, it's like, yeah, that looks dangerous. It really does. And yeah. Okay, so. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go in even though I'm 30 minutes early. Yeah. So I'm a little worried, like I said, that the shortness of breath when I walk is coming back, and it takes me a little bit once I get in there and I get upstairs. It takes me a little bit to, as if before, I was coming out here before I was diagnosed in March with heart failure. And the cardiologist there said, it's just, the emergency room, the place I went to, that's not here. But he said it's just a warning. He says it's a big word for it, but he says it's just a warning right now. And, for me to watch it. And I stopped going here that day. That was back in March. How time has flown. Seriously. This is August 26, 2025. It's 3:31 p.m. But after this time, I should have a schedule of when I come here. I don't know what time I'm going to come here and on a regular basis and what days and all that stuff. So after today, or I don't know exactly when, I might have a better schedule. I don't even remember when I was coming, what time of the day I was coming before then. And because that's what I want to do. But anyway, with the shortness of breath, I had it really bad then. Just walking to the place, which, I think is a little bit strange, because a lot of the people that are, going to it, you would think that it would be near where they can park and walk easily, because I don't think everybody's going to have, like wheelchairs and stuff like that to get to the physical therapy, place. And it shouldn't be so far out within the building. If there's not really close nearby enough, there are parking spots. I saw somebody parked that time I went last week, and they were on where it says doing the fire zone on the side, and they just parked there, and they put their even their thing, what are they called, the ones that you put in the front. I don't know why my words are escaping me lately. Seriously. Well, I do in some ways, because everything changes so fast. The words for this, the words for that. But the little sunscreen, sun visor, whatever they're calling it now, that goes on the front of the, on the dash, they had that up and everything. It's just parked right there, not even against the curb. Just right there. Adam was with me, and I was like, look at this. Look at it. It's like, who does that? So, somebody just drove up next to me. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'll talk to you on another video. Bye.